All right, film is literature. We're recording. I'm Justin.
And I'm James, aka Kaiser Sose.
I like it. I need a cool nickname. We need to come up with a cool nickname for me.
Right, put it in the comments.
Yes, I'll put that next time. Like y'all comment something. Give me something going.
Something real cool. Something real cool.
Yes. So this is our fifth show, dude.
Yeah, we cooking with fire now. We cooking with fire. This moving right along. Like this is probably our last one's probably our most viewed one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Uh, it's pretty good.
I think
I'm
this one will
enjoying
be,
this.
I think this will be the most viewed as well because this movie I think this movie is the biggest movie we have done.
Yes, and I'm mad that I didn't even see it when it came out. I just saw it when you said it last night. I said it last podcast.
Wow.
So I
So
was like,
yeah, that's crazy to me. So you literally had never seen it until like this week.
it took me 13 years, Justin.
Wow. Wow. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the movie then, since I picked it. I'll introduce this one. We
Okay.
let you introduce the last one that we did, so I'll introduce this one. You said a sci-fi movie. I said the first one that came to mind, which some
Right.
people, this might not be the first sci-fi movie that some people think of, but to me, I think
Hmm.
it is the greatest sci-fi movie possibly. This movie is probably in my top 10 movies ever, maybe top five. We did a 2010 movie rated PG-13, came out in July of 2010, Inception, with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page.
Hmm.
What a crazy cast. What a crazy movie. You said you had never seen it till this week. I saw it in theaters twice when it came out.
Look, this if I knew it was this good, I probably would have went to the movies to see this thing. I mean, usually when I go to the movies, I fall asleep. Um, you know, we I know we don't get into the movie, but goodness gracious, the only like if I had to say a bad part about this movie was the beginning. Other than that, they wrapped
Oh,
it up. They kind of circled it back, but
yeah. Well,
yeah, I was like,
we will disagree on the beginning, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, dude, I saw it like opening weekend. I think I saw like remember when midnight premieres were like a thing?
in DC, I don't think there was a thing. I think we just always had a midnight thing going on.
Okay, so we had like when newer movies came out, they would in Charlotte here, they would show them like that Thursday night at midnight would
Oh,
be the first you could see it then and then, the theater would close until normal times. But so I saw it like that night at midnight. And then I saw it again like the next weekend maybe.
yeah, yeah.
And then I've seen it but I've probably only seen it maybe like 5 or 6 times since then.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I have to go back and this thing was a mind mess your mind up. I got to look at it again and again so I can have some. I liked it though. I liked it.
Yeah, good, good. I love mind thrillers, ones that make you think, which we can kind
Yes.
of get into more as we get to our categories and stuff. But
Yep.
yeah, it had a great cast. Once again, Cillian Murphy was in this movie. You recognized him. He played like the guy that they tried to. I guess they
Right.
went into his dream was the main plot. But remember, he was in the last movie we did as well.
Yep. Yeah. He was. He didn't age either. So I guess it
No, well,
wasn't. Oh,
I
this was
mean,
before that one, wasn't it?
yeah, this movie was what 2 years before, 3 years
One.
before the last one
I
we
think
did.
yeah. I think it was 2012 or 2011 for the Justin Timberlake movie.
Oh, I got my notes here still. It's
2011. 2011.
2011. So yeah,
But
it was
if
just
you
a
think
year
about it
before.
though, yeah, but no, actually, if you think about it, it was when you start doing these movies, he was overplaying, so that's why he probably didn't have no hair on his face
Yeah.
because he played that cop role, and he probably was just doing both at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure he
You
probably
know,
did film at the same time or back to back maybe. There was probably
yeah,
he probably didn't have no break.
right, which is good, I guess, in that industry. You got
Yeah,
constant
I
work.
think I think that's how most actors like to do it. I think they film like 2 or 3 movies in a row and then kind of take a couple years off. I don't know if you've ever really noticed that with like because
Yeah,
you'll see like some actors have 2 movies in the same year and stuff like that. Like Leonardo DiCaprio had this movie this year and he had Shutter Island. So he had 2 movies in 2010. But then I don't think he really had anything else for like a couple of years.
was Shutter Island the same year as this?
Yeah, it was in 2010 as well.
Serious? Oh my God, I saw
Yeah.
Shutter Island, but that okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen Shutter Island as well. And the weird thing, I think that might be my least favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Oh no. That movie, he played in both of these movies. He played pretty well. He make his money. He made his money. Let me say that.
No, yeah, I mean, I think he was good in Shutter Island as well. I just don't, I don't think I like the story as much. Although it was kind
Right.
of a mind thriller as well. But I don't know,
Yeah.
just something about that story just didn't interest me as much.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but
Like,
I
I
think
mean,
it was the same. Well, we talking about a whole nother movie.
yeah, like this movie Inception was 148 minutes long. But I'll be honest with you, man, I'm sitting there uh, the whole time just not looking away from the camera or from the TV. I mean, and
Right. You're right.
it doesn't seem like it's that long.
It does. It's not a bathroom break type of movie.
No,
Yeah, there's no bathroom breaks because you're going to miss something. Um,
absolutely.
and I felt like I missed something, even though I watched it. I watched it, rewind it, watched it again. Like, what did they say? Trying to understand what the heck is going on with this movie.
Yeah, and I think man, I think you really missed out not seeing this in theaters because I think seeing it on the big screen with the surround sound is something special, especially because at the time, what do you call it? The special effects were not mine. They were the special effects were new. Like I feel like I never seen them like do some of the stuff they did in this movie.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. It was pretty good. I did enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy it.
Good. Good. Well, let's talk about how the other people in the world enjoyed it, or the other people in America. It came out in
Mhm.
July of 2010.
Yes,
It was number one the weekend that it came out.
yes. I saw that.
It costed 160 million dollars. It made 839 million in the theaters.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
The weekend it came out, like I said, it was number one. Here's the rest of the top five. Tell me if you've seen any of them. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm guessing you've probably seen all of them, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so we had Despicable Me.
Yes.
Okay, I've never seen it. It's good.
It's a good kid movie.
Okay, okay. How old were your kids in 2010, by the way?
13,
Okay, so
13 and 9, and I had like maybe a 6 year old.
okay, so that's like perfect age for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number three that weekend was Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Harry Potter.
No, it's like a magician movie. I don't know. I can't remember who was in it.
Oh, I thought it was Harry Potter. If it wasn't Harry Potter,
No, that was the Sorcerer's Stone. Was Harry Potter.
got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which I've
Okay.
never seen that one either, but I do know the name of the Harry Potter movies.
Right. Yeah.
Number four was Twilight Eclipse. I don't know which one that is,
But I've
but
probably seen
Twilight
all of
movie.
them. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
all of them.
And then number five that weekend was Toy Story 3, which I don't think I've ever seen that either.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
literally I saw one movie in the top five that weekend, and it was this Inception, which I saw in theaters. So yeah, good for me. You've seen probably four of those films. I've seen one.
Exactly. But the best one out of those is the Inception, the one I didn't see.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. That's
I would trade those other four for this one for sure.
for sure. For sure. And
Um,
did you look at the overall in 2010?
I did. I'll get to that right now.
Okay.
So it finished number six for the year. Is that what you saw?
What
Inception,
I thought it was number 4. I actually thought
number
it was number
four.
4.
I had
Was that?
number. I had number six. Hold on. I had number six on the one that I'm looking at.
Oh, I looked at it.
Um,
I looked at it a little earlier, and I thought it was number 4 actually.
the one I'm looking at has it at number six behind. Let's see, behind Avatar, Toy Story 3, Alice in Wonderland, Iron Man 2, and Twilight Eclipse.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I know Avatar was the first. Was the overall? You know what? It was number 4 doing that. Doing maybe it was number 4 doing that. That box office day. That box office.
Okay, that could make sense.
Something. I don't know,
Or
but
it
I
could
think it was
be
number
you
4.
could be looking at like the worldwide movies, and I could be looking at just America
Right. Okay.
because
Okay.
I know I'm looking at just America. You might have clicked on worldwide,
Okay. Okay.
but either way, four or six, it's up there. It's up there.
Right. Right. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
And number one though is definitely Avatar, which I never saw.
Definitely. You never seen Avatar?
No, I'm
You just
out of it, man. Yeah,
yeah, you did. Yeah. Avatar was pretty decent. The first one was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw. So the other five movies I mentioned, Avatar, I never saw. Toy Story 3, I never saw. Alice in Wonderland, I've never seen. Never read the book. Twilight Eclipse, never saw. Iron Man 2, I did see. Hated it.
Yeah.
So in my mind, 2010 is a horrible year for movies, except for this one that we're talking about right now, Inception.
Nah, Avatar. This because you never seen it. Avatar, you have to kind of get with the storyline. You just probably into the blue people and the for a Disney movie, it's pretty good.
I
So
mean, yeah. I mean, I get why people like it. I can tell why people like it. I mean, it looks like it's a decent movie, but it's too long, and I don't know. I'm not.
it's very long. Yes.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, man. It's not something I'm into. It's kind of like the newer superhero movies. I'm just not into it.
I understood. I understand. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But yeah, dude, I think I'm ready to get into these categories that we got for
Yeah,
this
we
movie.
can. Yes,
Honestly.
yes.
All right,
Where
perfect.
you want to start?
Let's start with favorite scene. Let's just start off with a banger here.
I'm sitting there looking to trying to find my favorite scene. I can't find a favorite scene.
Is it because there's so many to choose from?
It was always a scene that kind of outtopped the other scene, but it's like, well, that scene made it possible for this scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of built on each other. But if I had to, I like the scene where they lived in that dreamland for 50 years because it made it seem so real. Like
yeah,
you 50 years I think was almost like maybe 5 days in their world. But it just how they lived in their land, how they lived in this world, and how they was growing old. I mean, it was just to me that was probably my impactful scene as well. Like
nice.
Like just trying to understand that how time in the dream is a fraction or is sped up.
Yeah, they said it's so 5 minutes that you're asleep is like an hour in your dream.
Right. So yeah, that kind of.
But it increased for every dream that you were in. So like they went to like the second level, third level, and it would increase each time.
Right. And it was different. It was different. So I mean, just to even have the concept, think of that concept. Whoever directed this or wrote this, not direct, whoever wrote this is they have some creativity. It's creative to dream within the dream, and you're waking up on different subconscious levels. That's just.
Yeah. It was written by Christopher Nolan. He did the Batman movies around this time as well.
Yeah, well, this was probably his best one because.
Absolutely, I think. That scene that you pick where they're in the dream is great. I think I wrote down 3 because I couldn't really decide. So I'll go ahead and tell you my 3. And I'll kind of sort of maybe put them in order.
Okay.
I'm not sold on this order. Like,
okay,
rewatch it, I could change, but these I think are the 3 best though. You have the scene where he takes the girl into the dream and kind of teaches her how to do like the stairs, and they're kind of teaching her like the world basically. She bends the city on top of itself, like she closes the glass.
Right.
Like that whole scene to me was just it was showing you how you can manipulate your dreams, kind of, I guess.
Right. Understand the construct. Where you're at the environment. But there are rules. I'm glad the rules that was the thing for me. Like you can't change with so much because this is my dream.
Yeah, and then your subconscious will notice.
Right. It's like white blood cells going to kill whatever's invading and whatever's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And that was a good analogy that he used. Like when she kept changing things, you saw the people start looking at them.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that scene. And then you said you said you didn't like the beginning. Dude, the first 2 minutes of this movie to me, I love. It just jumps right into the story. And I'm like, holy crap, like we're in. Like there's no like let's build up to what the story is. It's just okay, bam, we're in the middle of a story. Pay attention, you're going.
So the problem I had with the beginning, the really beginning of the story is because it has something. So I didn't know until you told me about somebody got to do with a dream.
Yeah.
He wakes up in the water. It kind of just messes me. I'm like, what is this? What is the concept? But it starts the way it ends. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. So you got to look at the whole movie to understand the start of it. It just threw me off when you because I'm like, well, why did they do that? Because
Yeah,
they
I think
didn't, you know, because they went straight. I'm sorry, they went straight from that water scene. He got dragged to the whatever the table, and then they went straight to present day,
yeah, which was him talking to the Japanese guy.
which I didn't even correlate that was the same person.
Oh yeah, same, yeah.
Right. Until the end. And like until the end, I'm like,
Okay.
oh, okay. You know what I mean? So you've seen it a couple of times. So you know you can kind of correlate the people together. I could not
I
from
mean,
the
yeah,
first
true, and
time.
that's why I think. Well, even the first time I saw this movie, I like that scene, but I think it's gotten better the more times I've seen it, just
Right.
because. But I mean, I like movies that start you off right in the middle of the action. Like, it's like you're on a roller coaster and it just takes off and you're going 60 miles an hour right away. There's no let's build up to it. Oh, where'd you go?
I don't know. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, all right.
Sorry. I'm here.
But yeah, we're just having some technical difficulties here with your video, but that's cool. Could be the background
Okay.
maybe. There
I'm
goes. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I like that scene. And then my third favorite scene kind of goes back to the beginning is the ending. I love the ending. I love how it ends. And it ends kind of with the cliffhanger, with the thing spinning, with the little top spinning on the table, like, so it kind of leaves it open. Is he still in a dream? Because it doesn't stop spinning.
that was a better ending than like remember we talked about the ending for in time, like it was kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
this one is one of those endings where he could be in a dream
I think it's
because
a perfect ending to a movie because it really makes you think. I personally think he is still dreaming. I do not think he makes it back to the real world.
maybe I really don't know because yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know.
Man, it's the number one argument that I have is every time he thinks about his kids in the dream, they're wearing the same clothes as they are at the very end when he's supposed to be back in the real world. Like,
See,
what
and
is
that's the
the odds
thing.
of that?
And that's the thing I need. That's the thing. Like I haven't seen it enough to realize that they have the same clothes on. I
Yeah,
see the same setting, but I never seen the same clothes.
yeah. So
Yes, yeah,
there's two rumors. If you look it up, which I've read a lot about this movie again because I love it, and usually when I love movies, I read a lot about them. And there's two theories: A, that he's basically dreaming the whole time, like the whole movie is pretty much a dream, or
right,
B, the dream starts when he gets put under him. When they went and saw like the 12 old people
yeah,
share the dream, and he gets put under and he tries to spin the top on the sink, but you
hmm,
don't really get to see it spin because the other guy walks in.
right.
So some people think that the rest of the movie from there, he never wakes up.
I can see that,
Yeah.
but it's no point in that vein. There's no point to put him to sleep because nobody really wants him at that point. You see what I'm
I mean,
saying?
no, yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's the first time that he spins the thing and you don't see it.
Right,
You
right,
don't see it stop or keep going. He knocks it to the ground, like as he's trying to spin it. So you don't
right.
really know. And then
If
at
he's
the end
dreaming or not, yeah,
again, and again at the end, it kind of is it still going? Is it going to fall? I don't know. To me, it's a perfect ending because it makes you think even more about what is going on, like what just happened.
yeah. So let me. I was a little confused about the spinning top. So I know the spinning this or the whatever the thing was that he's
Yeah.
spinning. So if it's if it's spun, if it didn't spin, that means he's dreaming. Like,
If it doesn't fall over, it's a dream.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. So yeah. Okay.
So there's like that, like I said, that halfway through the movie there where he's with the 12 old men and they put him to sleep for a split
Right.
second, and he wakes up and tries to spin it on the sink,
Think.
but he
Right.
knocks it over before he kind of really spins it. And then that's like the first time where it's like, oh, okay, like, is he dreaming? Like, I don't know because we don't get to see if the thing is spinning or not.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, dude. So those are my three favorite scenes. I think those are just amazing scenes. I mean, really, the whole movie, like you said, it's hard to choose. The whole movie plays a part of the story.
Yeah, agreed.
Like there's not a scene in this movie that does not continue the story that we're
Or
watching.
filler. There's no filler in this story. There's no filler.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. So
That's a
yeah,
great
there's
way to
no
put it.
filler. Like because I don't have a least favorite scene. I can make it one of my least favorite
Yeah, I was
scenes.
wondering if you wrote anything down. I wrote yeah, I just wrote one down just to write one down, but I'm not sold on it. I don't feel like even if I say it, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if this is really like a bad scene.
Right, right. I need
But
you to say it.
I did write down the part where they're like on the foot chase. When like he meets Tom Hardy at the bar, and then he's like, "Oh, you got a tail."
Yeah,
Like, let me lose my tail really quick, like that. Like
yeah.
2 minute little chase is kind of like, okay, like I don't know, I'm not really sold on it, but it makes sense for the story. So
Right, right. Yeah, you're right. Because he to me he wasn't a fighter, or they dodge he dodging bullets. I mean
yeah,
they shooting in the middle of this what's name. So yeah, I can see how they could have did a little better with that scene, but whatever he has done, I don't know what he. To be honest with you, I don't even know what he did in the other country. I know what he did. Oh, he hit thief. So that's my bad.
yeah, he was a thief. Yeah,
So yeah, so he obviously stole something from somebody that got it. So
yeah,
and I'm thinking, because I'm trying to put all this stuff together as well. Like this is my first time saying it, and I'm trying to put things together. I'm trying to it's like a puzzle, and then you got to figure out this dream, the way he explained the dream. That's probably, if I had to say another favorite scene, is how he explained how your mind works when you dream
oh
to the
yeah,
lady. Um, that was a good part too, because whoever, like I said, the director, I meant the director, the writer,
Christopher Nolan.
yeah, Christopher Nolan, he had to think about this. That I mean, to explain it the way he explained it, and to make it make sense. Like I think I'm sitting here thinking, like, is that true? Is some truth to this?
Man,
Um, I-
there's definitely some truth to it, I believe.
yeah, I mean, it was like I said, I like the concept of um, I don't know if you call it abstract thinking, or just the way it was just off the wall. Like,
Yeah.
how did you come up with this? Like,
No, for sure. And I think that's another reason why this movie is so great is because it's something that nobody's ever really tried to hit on before. It's a new story. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
is there another movie like this that you can think of?
The Matrix.
Kind of, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, somewhat, but I mean, is he dreaming in the Matrix though?
So we all dreaming.
Yeah.
So in the Matrix, we're all dreaming. Everybody's
Yeah.
just living into some kind of architect that we're navigating with. It kind of plays, to me. It plays off the Matrix. Was the Matrix before or after this?
Oh, the Matrix is way before this. The Matrix was 99.
Okay, yeah. So I think it plays off the Matrix to me, and
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, those are well, those are two of the best movies of all time.
right, right. So, it's a different concept. It's a different setting. It's not superpowers. It's not, what I mean. It's like regular people, and they made it like a heist, like
Yeah.
a heist. But you're not stealing anything. You just implanting secrets. So you want a decision to go a certain way. So you implant
Yeah.
you plant that seed, and that was right there was like ingenious, like because people do dream of things and then they change their mind, and it makes them influence them in reality. So
Hmm.
that's why I thought it was real good. Just a thought, like as I look at all the movies we have done,
Yeah.
I gotta go to this is the best one we have done,
Oh, for
in
sure,
my
without a
opinion.
doubt.
But if you look at the storyline, look at the actors, they are by far, you can see I guess the maturity of the storyline, the maturity of the actors, the maturity of the whole plot. Like it was just a good movie. I can't.
Yeah.
I was waiting to bash it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, I was questionable on if you would hate it or not, but
Yeah,
um, I really don't. I think this is a almost flawless movie, honestly.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's yes.
yeah, you're talking about two things that I kind of want to hit on really quick. Yeah, the cast is way better than any other movie that we have done, and I think really this is one of the best casts for any movie probably in the last 20 something years because everybody in this movie is just a great actor and they've all been in other movies that we can name. And then also, they go to a lot of different places in this movie, like
Yeah, yeah,
in different countries, they're in people's dreams in different places. Like, you're in the snow in the mountains at the very end, like, and then all of a sudden you're at the beach. But the transition from one place to the other makes perfect sense. And it's like you watch other movies now, whether it's superhero movies or heist movies, they go all over the world, but it doesn't make sense really for them to go from one place to the other. You know what I mean? But in this
right.
movie, it makes sense for them to go from like the snowy mountains to all of a sudden he's waking up in the water.
Yeah, but so even the thought think about how like he thought about how each depth of the dream, like of the subconscious, like how he thought about that, how he thought about the person whose dream it is, and how their defenses will defend itself on each plane. So you go
Yeah.
from this top plane, and then you got these defenses nobody thought about. Like the guards, and then his defenses are like every place he goes. This is him in the snow. I mean,
Yep.
this is his thing. It was just like I said. It was well thought out. This was a well thought out plot. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So let's get to our next category, which I
Oh,
think is another
you had
fun
two.
one.
You said you had two things that you wanted to hit on. Did you hit on both? I
Yeah, I
cut
hit
you
on
off.
both. Yeah, I hit on
Okay.
both kind of. Yeah, it was very quick. It wasn't very much to my thoughts there. But
All right.
let's get to our next category, which I think is another tough one to decide. Favorite character. Was it
You
tough for
know,
you to decide? It was tough for me to
yes.
decide.
And I hate deciding the main character. So it was Cobb for me.
Leo
Leonardo
DiCaprio,
DiCaprio.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Cobb for me. I mean, he played the mastermind behind all the plots of it as far as the dreams. He played the
Hmm.
victim because he had that guilt from his wife.
Yep.
Um, he's basically the damsel in distress because somebody you got to save him. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He played the hero. Um, he played a lot. He did a lot in this movie. So
Absolutely. I mean, it's
yeah,
hard to
but
ever choose against Leonardo DiCaprio,
yeah,
honestly. I mean, he's such a great actor and he picks his roles so well that he's always going to have the best role in the movie. Um, but for me, I wrote down two other different characters
okay,
just because I'm a fan of both these actors. So anytime that they're in a movie, I kind of pay attention to them more so. You had Arthur, who was Cobb's right hand man. Uh,
yes, played the
Joe,
hell out that role. He played the hell out that role.
absolutely. I think he was dedicated to that role too. Like,
Yeah,
there was no, hey, I'm going to question your antics. I'm just going to go along with it. I might, you know, ask a question here and there, but I'm going to go with you no matter what. And we're going to get the job done was kind of his mentality, which I
right.
loved. And then the other character I kind of liked was Eames, the Tom
Eames,
Hardy character.
yeah. Eames. What did he do? I remember
Yeah,
the name.
he was the one he was one that Leonardo DiCaprio went and met at the bar, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I like
Okay.
him just because honestly, Tom Hardy is just such a badass. I think every role he plays is just he's like he can kill people, or he can
Right.
make people laugh. And
Yeah.
I feel like he just plays himself. I feel like this was just Tom Hardy playing himself.
Right. 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 He played. Like I said, you can't go wrong with no one on this cast. It was about maybe 10 actors, 10 main
Yeah.
actors in this movie. Can't go wrong with none of them. I mean, I
Oh,
even
that's
like the wife.
yeah. Oh yeah, the wife, Marion Cotillard,
Oh,
who I thought she was gonna have a huge career after this, but she's
faded.
foreign. I think she kind of sticks over there to wherever she's from. Uh, yeah, that's another weird thing about this movie though. It's so big, you have so much going on, and there's really only like 10 people in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only like 10 people, but even the father, he's a distinguished, successful actor. I only know his name.
Who
The
did play
the British guy.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
Michael Caine. Michael Caine. He was also in Batman. Like a bunch of these people were in Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you even had Tom Berenger who played like the uncle or whatever, the guy that also like he Tom Hardy impersonated when they got
Yeah, yeah.
kidnapped or
The
whatever.
Godfather.
Yeah,
The Godfather.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Godfather. Yeah, Tom Berenger, great actor. I mean, he's been in a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff going back to like the '80s.
Yeah. Even
So,
the father who died, he was the dying father. He was
oh yeah, I don't know. Who was he? I don't know who he was.
yeah, he played in a couple of things himself. I mean, it was he had but maybe two scenes, but
Yeah,
it was good. It was good
he's
though.
probably the one actor that I didn't really recognize. But I mean, I know him, but I can't just right away be like, yeah,
Like
that's
what he
him.
played in. Yep.
Yeah.
I got it.
Um, so could you pick a least favorite character?
The what they call them, the people that walk around the background people, what you call them? They call them shadows or
Yeah, Shadows or man, what did they? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, your
that's my
Shadow.
least favorite.
Yeah,
Those folks.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they were creepy, honestly.
Yeah.
I I wrote down a least favorite character because I kind of didn't like her too much. The girl,
Oh
uh,
man, the girl.
Ariadne, is that how you say it?
I don't know how you say it, but you talking about the girl, the girl, the architect.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
No,
don't know
no, I
why
don't
you
know,
didn't like
man.
it.
Like, why does she got to follow him into his dreams? Like, while he's just like, man,
She
like, I
because
mean,
she's a college student, so I was thinking that she's no more than let's say 24, because she's like she was a grad student.
yeah.
Let's see, no more than 24, and they're nosy.
I
They're
mean, yeah,
nosy. They knew, and she knew he was hiding something. You know, what I mean, it was obvious. Everyone else, he's a genius. So I'm gonna leave him alone because
no,
he's a
I mean,
genius.
I think a couple of other guys probably knew. They just don't want to question them or care to follow.
Yeah, but when he was in a chair dreaming every night when they
Yeah,
left. Like, why are you in there every night? So I probably would have wondered too. I probably would have asked. I probably wouldn't have followed him in.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, ask like an adult. Like, I don't
But
know.
see,
Yeah,
that's the thing. What I say, where I say he thought about this.
yeah,
The guy thought about it. Like, there's no 20-something year old, 20 young 20s that's going to ask. They're gonna, if they're curious, they're going to follow him down like a little rabbit hole, and you know, and that's what happens.
that's true.
Um, so you just gotta. That's why I say this is a well thought out movie. Like, this stuff can really happen. I mean, as far as being inquisitive and being nosy and
Oh yeah,
jumping into going somewhere you ain't supposed to go.
no, for sure. I mean, it's a great movie. Off topic from the movie though, that girl, Ellen Page played that girl.
What's the
This
name?
has nothing to do with the movie, but now she's a guy and goes by Elliot Page. Just throwing that out there.
You know what? I think I saw something like that on Facebook.
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. I think, and I think it's. I mean, I'm not judging her for her choices, but I'm just saying, like, I really felt like she was going to have a huge career, and I think she just kind of.
Messed it up.
Well, yeah. I mean, but obviously for something she believed in, but it's just funny because honestly, if I had to pick somebody from this movie and be like, hey, who's going to be the biggest star in 2023 where we are now? I mean, obviously, other than Leo, I would have picked her just because I really
Yeah.
thought she had just a bright future. And then now she's a guy, and I don't even think she acts anymore.
But so the funny thing is when they had that one kissing scene, because that
Yeah.
one kissing scene, she did look awkward when the man kissed her.
Yeah,
She did look awkward. So that might have been the reason.
for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there at some point because I feel like that's worth talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, and we're not judging. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is what it is. This is facts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's something that needs to be talked about for sure. Next category, let's just run through these next two really quick.
Okay.
Nudity, no. Like,
No.
I mean, no point.
Right. Yeah.
And then the next one, could The Rock be in it? Could The Rock have played a role? No, like absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
Which is funny because the last movie we did, In Time, I think we both agreed The Rock could have played somebody in that movie.
Could have played the cop. Yep.
Yeah. And then this time we both say absolutely not. Without
No.
a doubt, there's no way
I
he
don't
ever could be in
I
this
don't
movie.
I don't think his acting was mature enough to play it, to be honest
I don't
with
think at any point The Rock or
you.
Dwayne Johnson is not going to be in this movie.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. True.
Um, so let's get back to a couple of serious topics here.
Okay.
Favorite quote?
So I don't know if I heard much quotes in there, but things that kind of stuck out to me was like navigating people's mind. That's what
Yeah,
Leonardo DiCaprio said to the lady when he was explaining this. You're navigating people. Oh no, he said it to his father. You know, you taught me how to navigate people's mind, and to me that's manipulation, and that's you manipulating the reality, and you're trying to get them to do something you want them to do. This is a
absolutely.
nice way to say it, and I don't know why it stuck out, but
Yeah, I mean, I liked obviously the one that was said twice. Take a leap of faith.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I think it's a great quote. It's something that was kind of it's almost a direct quote from the TV show Lost, which they kind of say almost the same exact thing a few times in that TV show. And I just love that quote in general. And obviously, it sticks out to me in this movie because it's said to Leonardo DiCaprio twice.
Right.
And one time when they're at the helicopter in the beginning, he says, "Come on, take a leap of faith." He turns around and takes a leap of faith to go work for the guy. And then the other time was when his wife jumps to her death and she says, "Take a leap of faith." And
Yeah.
obviously he chose not to then. So it kind of shows, I think, where he's at mentally also. And, hey, sometimes you do got to take a leap of faith. And then sometimes you got to know when you're just maybe crazy and, jump into your death. So there's no reason to take a leap of faith there.
Right. And you said you had another one?
No, that's it. That's the only one
Right.
for,
So the
for
shared dreaming concept kind of it wasn't a quote, but the shared dreaming thing kind of just threw me off when all them people was in the room
Mhm.
sleeping. They were sharing a reality.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the same thing they do throughout the whole movie. It's like they're not doing anything illegal in there. They're just hanging out, chilling. Probably
yeah,
they're probably they all looked old, so they're probably like younger in that dream.
right.
Yeah.
I was thinking too, is this a current? I was thinking about, is this current? Is this like some like current times, or this is in the future?
Man, I've thought about that every time I watch this movie. I kind of say, okay, when does this movie take place? And I don't think there is any answer. I think this movie is current for whenever you watch it. I think in 2010, it takes place in 2010. In 2023, I think it takes place in 2023. I don't
Mhm.
think there is a time because you watch the movie. Nothing in that movie makes me go, "Wow, that's 2010."
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like nothing in that movie. I think that movie was before its time.
Oh, 100%. I think that movie would be they would have a lot better special effects, I think, done now, and it would be a lot. I don't know, it'd be a little different now if it was made now with a lot of the CGI and stuff that's going on, or AI and all that stuff.
Right.
But I think it's a movie, and I think that's another great thing about certain movies is when you watch it, there's no, oh yeah, that's in the 90s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go back and watch
Yes.
like a movie, like go back and watch one of your favorite movies from the 80s. You can probably sit there and look at it and go, oh yeah, that takes place in like 85.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like this movie, yeah, it might supposedly, maybe they want it to take place in the future, but they never say that.
Right. They never say a year. They never, put
Yeah,
like this is the near future. They never didn't do nothing like that. Yep.
no. And they never mention like politics, like who's the president or what, or like
Right.
there's a war going on or there's a civil war going on. And I think that's another thing I like about it. It's a movie that you can just kind of sit down and just get lost and be like, okay, like this takes place right now. I'm going to sit here and watch this movie for 2.5 hours
Right.
and then really enjoy my day.
Yep. And this it was a good movie. You said something a little earlier about when the take a leap of faith, right?
Mhm.
Um, the again, I said, like I said, it's well written. My wife is a book reader, and she always say
Nice.
how things are well written as far as books. But just the play on take a leap of faith, and how that scene when she jumped out the window revert back to why she jumped out the window is because he was the first person, she was the first person that he put a I don't know what you call it, Inception,
Yeah.
a a mind. He mind manipulated her in a
Yep.
dream to believe something. And you know, now that you start talking, like I say, I got to look at it again because now I'm trying to put all these pieces together. But yeah, that was like well thought out. Like
But what's funny is the thing that he put in her head was that they were living in a dream, and then when they woke up, she
right,
couldn't get that out of her mind, so she kept thinking that she was still in a dream.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that tells you that can backfire.
Yeah.
It can backfire, and um, it's dangerous doing what he did. But he wanted to get to real life, get to see his kids again. If you notice, even when the only time he seen, they never had saw the kids. The last scene, they never saw the kids and the wife together.
No. Well, yeah,
So
yeah. You at one point in his dreams when Ellen Page followed him down there and they were sitting on the beach.
yeah, that one time,
Yeah.
but that was a
Which
memory.
even on the beach they were still wearing a dress and shorts and a button up shirt or whatever.
Yeah, but that was a memory. That was a
Oh yeah.
memory. That was like
True.
so when when she was in there saying this is real, this is real. Where she was at, and she called the what it was James and
Philippi.
Philippi, yeah, Philippi.
Philippa.
You're right, and you notice it goes back to the house.
Yeah.
They was in a they were somewhere else. It goes back to the house. That whole scene goes back to the house. So I don't ever think they was ever together some kind of way. I don't know how she didn't know it wasn't a dream, unless her mind just wouldn't let her
I think
think.
it's I think it's like it kind of just reminds me of like, when people are like certified crazy or insane,
Yeah,
like, and they think stuff, I think that just kind of shows you how it is. Like they just get a thing in their mind and can't get it out no matter what. No matter what people tell them, it's locked away and they're so deep
right.
that there's no changing what they believe.
But being certified crazy or I think sometimes that's subjective based on your norms.
Oh, for
And
sure, yeah.
I think he made the dream world her norm. That's why she couldn't get past that. So it's like he put it in so deep that it was real. It was a boundary she couldn't pass. She couldn't get through.
Yeah, but it was
She
also,
buried.
they were stuck down there and she didn't want to leave and he didn't want to leave without her because he could have left without her, from what I understand of this, and he just didn't want to. So the only way for him to convince her, without, I guess, just being a dick and killing her, to wake her up or
Yeah,
whatever, was to have her believe that she was living in a dream.
right.
And yeah, it backfired big time.
It did. It did. Yeah, it did. And even the growing old part of it, they didn't show them growing old until the end.
Yeah,
Right.
because he never mentioned that. Like he mentioned that it was 50 years, but he never mentioned that. Yeah, we did grow old.
Right. But I guess we should have known that you do grow old based on the guy from the beginning of the story, the Asian guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
So that's a great transition right now into our most impactful scene, which you kind of maybe already mentioned yours, but I
yeah.
will mention mine just because we're talking about it right now almost. Is there at the very end when Leo is talking to his wife in that dream, and he basically just kind of lets her go. He's like, listen, like, I couldn't recreate your perfections. I couldn't recreate your imperfections. You're just basically, you are my dream, and he just basically lets her go. He's like, "Listen, it's time for me to let you go," or
Right.
whatever he says. But he finally convinces himself that he can live without her and doesn't need her in his dreams anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
Right.
time to move on. And to me, that was the most impactful scene because it basically says, "Hey, at some point, you got to move on from whatever your dream is." Like,
Yeah.
and like, does that make sense?
Yeah. So I think one of the things what made him kind of let go
Yeah,
was he accepted the fact it was his fault that he implanted this in her head.
that too. Yeah.
Right. So once he accepted that, it's basically exactly what you said. The imperfections, the perfections. This is all. This is really not real, and I'm creating this. He
Hmm.
was creating this person. So he's living with the guilt that he did it all this time. That's the only reason why this lady was in his head so long, because he
Yeah.
felt guilty for even put it in her head so she could jump. I mean, not jump. So she could think that when they woke up it wasn't real.
Yeah,
But
he kept trying to make it seem like she was in his dreams and somehow she was finding a way to get in there. But really he was putting her there. And I think he
yes,
realized that at the end was, hey, you're here because of me. Like
right.
I can turn you off at any point. Like this is still a dream and I can at some point, dream about something else.
But he couldn't. He couldn't because he felt so guilty. He
Yeah,
felt
well,
bad, and she killed herself.
yeah,
If you feel that I think sometimes if you feel that you're the cause of the tragedy, you can't get past it just that easy.
oh, for
Especially
sure.
your wife or your kids, something like that. So it you're right. It was a good, impactful scene because, like you said, he had to grow. He had to get to the point of, okay, I'm holding on to too much, and I'm
Yeah.
losing out on my family, on the reality. I'm losing out on my kids. So that was, the only thing I was worried. I was wondering. I was wondering about the why the grandmother didn't want to talk to him.
So they never really say who the grandma is, whether it's his mom or her mom.
Well,
So I'm thinking
no,
maybe it was her mom, and she also
you think
blames
so?
him.
But because I thought it was his mom because the dad wasn't that his dad?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Unless he's just going to visit just to visit. But if I'm mad at it,
no, that was his dad.
usually,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, usually if grandma mad at me, you could be mad at my dad for bringing something that you talking to me and you bringing something to the kids. I'm mad. Period. She gonna be mad. Period.
Yeah, I mean, either way, no matter whose mom it was, I guess they have a right to be mad because if it's his mom, it's hey, you bailed on your family and left. Like we could just have you here sitting in prison and get to at least visit you once a week or whatever, however visiting hours work in prison. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Instead, you're out running around the world still committing crimes because you don't know how to do anything else.
Yeah,
And you refuse to come home to your family, even if it means sitting behind bars. And like I said, if it's his wife's mom, then yeah, she's probably mad because, hey, you are the reason my daughter killed herself.
but she don't know that. Only
No,
she know
but
that based on the letter.
well, I mean, I wouldn't say she does know that, but I feel like that's kind of what I kind of just got from from the movie.
Yeah. Well, it's the letter it's the letter that she wrote. That's why she's going. That's why he's gonna go to jail. It's the letter
Yeah.
that she wrote saying he pushed her or something.
Yeah, he abused and whatever. And she made the hotel look like they had been in a fight.
Right.
Genius on her part, really, honestly.
Don't give nobody any ideas,
No,
sir.
no, no, no. So did you have an impactful scene or I mean, we already
No,
kind of talked about one earlier that you mentioned.
yeah, this when she woke up, that was impactful. Like when you wake up out of a dream and you just can't get that. Like then I understand why she couldn't get this my reality out. My reality is this because it's so deeply planted. I
Yeah.
think like again, I always bring stuff to real world, and I think
Oh yeah.
sometimes social media got you into this dream state that it messes with you subconsciously. Like I should be living this type of life, and there's process of progressions to life to live that type of way. But
Oh yeah.
everybody always see the how they say it. They always see the finish line. They never see the start.
No, exactly. Yeah,
Um,
they don't even see the miles in between the start and the
right,
finish.
right. And if I had to bring it to a pool type of analogy, they say, "Damn, Justin's so good in pool." They don't understand. Justin got beat up a lot.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
I always tell people I have lost more games than I have won, and it will never change.
right. And if it does, that means you stop growing.
If
So
it changes, it means I just refuse to play good competition and just play
right,
people that
me, just say me.
yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, which
So
we can't mention the tournament last night. You lost like first round, but whatever.
you're right. You're right.
I made it to the last round.
Yeah, but I ain't lose to a scrub. So
No,
I was
I
okay.
beat him for you. I beat him for you.
I appreciate it. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah, there was a lot of impactful scenes, I think, in this movie, though. This was a very powerful movie on every level
Yep.
and brings us to our last category. Sequel, prequel, make it into a TV show.
I think you just need. I think when something this good, you just leave it alone and let
I
it be
mean, I
great.
100% agree with that.
Yeah,
But
leave it alone, let it be great.
I will say on the flip side though, if they do decide to do something crazy, because you know how they love to remake movies now or do sequels and all this other stuff. If they do it, I'd love to see a prequel and see how this dream thing started.
Right.
Like I want to see like the first person that was like, oh, I'm gonna jump in this guy's dream and steal, his whatever, just to see like how it started. Or they could turn it into a TV show, and I think I would probably watch like a 10 episode show about this. But no, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, 100%, if they touch this movie, I'm probably not watching. I'm probably gonna boycott it and say,
Yeah, but
wow, they're
you
idiots.
can't do dreams because at that point, what you're doing every episode is its own
Yeah,
movie. So and but you gotta connect it. It's almost like Quantum Leap. Every
yeah.
episode is its own thing.
Which
And
Quantum Leap? Are we talking about the original or the remake that I have not
the
watched?
original, because I haven't seen the
Okay,
remake, but
okay, good. Because
but
they started a new one, right?
I was going. Somebody told me to watch it, and I
Oh,
haven't
no,
watched it
don't,
yet.
don't. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be friends anymore if you do.
Oh, it's that bad?
I don't know. I don't know if it's that bad or not. But the original is freaking awesome. So why redo it?
Yeah, yeah. I just don't think. I don't think. And then the concept is he's a thief. So I never
Yeah,
just figure out ways to steal things in people's minds.
I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's zero touch in this movie. So I guess to finish things, is there anything else you want to mention about this movie? Have we
No,
covered it all?
no movie. I recommend whoever hasn't watched this movie, please
Okay,
watch
good.
this movie.
That was gonna be my next question is, do you recommend this movie? Are you glad I mentioned this movie?
I am. And the funny thing is, I saw it and I just never watched it.
Yeah.
Because Leonardo DiCaprio, he don't miss. I mean, let me say that Leonardo DiCaprio really don't miss. On his, and I don't know why I didn't see him in the movie. Like yeah, he don't miss. So a lot of his movies are just damn great.
I mean, he
But he
definitely does not miss. Like I said, my least favorite movie of his was probably Shutter Island, and that still, at the end of the day, is a great movie. Kind of, maybe not a great movie, but it's definitely up there. My thing about Leonardo DiCaprio, man, is I watched another one of his movies the other night too, The Aviator. Did you ever see that one?
no,
Where he's Howard Hughes. That's a pretty decent one. But dude, this guy. Let's just all right. Look at this here. From 2000, from 2002 until 2012. Are you ready for all his movies? Watch this.
yeah,
Watch this. Okay, Catch Me If You Can. Great
good
movie.
movie. Yeah,
Gangs of New York. I really love that movie.
I never seen that. Gangs of New York.
Yeah,
No, I never
I
seen
really
that.
love that movie. The Aviator, which I just mentioned,
Right.
good movie. The Departed.
I seen that. That's the gangster movie, right?
Yeah, they're like cops slash
Wow.
gangsters. Like, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Great movie. Blood Diamond.
he was in that.
Yeah, he was like the main character in Blood Diamond.
Yeah, yeah, he was in Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then he had Shutter Island, Inception,
I like those two.
Django Unchained, The Wolf of Wall Street.
I never seen Wolf of Wall Street, but I
I
seen
haven't seen that
Django
one yet
Unchained.
either, actually. But that's just a great like 10 or 11 year, and that's
The,
not even
the,
mentioning all the great movies he did in the 90s.
right. So the Wolf of Wall Street, you never seen?
No, I never really seen it. No.
What's the genre to that one? Because
I don't even know what that would be. I don't even know what that would be under. I never really. Here we go. Wolf of Wall Street. It's under crime slash comedy.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Well,
I guess that brings us. I guess that brings us to our next question here. What movie are we doing next, buddy? I'm gonna throw out a genre and you pick the movie. Are you ready?
no,
No, you're not ready yet. All right. Well, we'll keep
yeah, no,
talking
I'm
about
ready. I'm
Inception
ready.
then. Okay,
I'm
you're
ready.
ready. Okay. So I'm gonna pick drama. So you got to pick a drama movie.
I gotta look at I gotta look it up, see what we're talking
Oh
about
yeah,
here.
and yeah. Let's mention that really quick here because this bothered me a little bit. Inception, this great movie. We just talked about how great it is. It made a bunch of money in the box office. How is it not on Hulu or Netflix?
It was on Netflix. It
It is
was.
on Netflix.
It was. It was. Netflix brings stuff in and then they take it
Yeah,
out.
it's not on there currently. Like
Yeah,
I had to pay for it on Amazon Prime.
yeah. I was mad about that.
Yeah, how this movie should not be like I should get this movie for free on something. That's how good this movie is. And it kind
Right.
of bothered me. Like there's certain movies where I'm like, I should not pay for this. And this is like the sad part is I literally had this movie on DVD. If I would have looked hard enough, I could have found it and not had to pay $3.99 for it.
But it's worth it. It was worth my $3.99. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, 100%. I watched it twice in the 48 hours that they gave me. So
Right. And I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna probably have my kids watch it.
good.
But
And then I'm going to ask you again after you rewatch it what you thought of it because I guarantee you're going to have a different opinion on it. You're still going to say it's great, but you're
right.
going to think maybe slightly different. You might notice that, oh, maybe he is still dreaming at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at some of these movies because I'm trying to find something that I haven't seen because
Okay.
I think something I haven't seen and I don't know which what have you seen.
Dude, we can do movies I've seen. I love rewatching movies. I mean, I'm going to watch a movie as soon as we click off of here. I'm probably going to go upstairs and get some popcorn and watch a movie.
Oh, I thought you might go to the doubles competition.
Man, I don't really feel like leaving the house.
Oh, okay.
It's cold outside, dude.
It is. It is.
I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts right now.
Yeah, and I got my Christmas sweater on. So just so y'all know, I am a Commanders old school Redskins fan.
I
So
like
just
it.
so y'all know.
I actually did not know that you were a Washington fan this whole time. I didn't even know.
Yeah, me and Clay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
there's a couple others of y'all out there as well, though.
it's not many because we suck.
No,
But
definitely not many.
I mean, you want to do it like a '90s dramas?
Dude, I'm any movie from the '90s. I'm always down to watch because that's to me possibly the greatest decade for movies.
Yeah,
We can
let's
argue about
see.
that at a different day, but I'm saying right now the '90s best decade for movies.
And drama. So what's drama? What's a drama to you? Like, give me an example, because yeah,
Well, I
let's
mean,
see.
what are you looking on? Are you looking on like Netflix?
Actually, I'm just looking on the internet because I just want to have something that's good or something
I
that I
mean,
think is good.
drama. I'm thinking like I don't know, man. Shawshank Redemption,
Oh,
Titanic, Forrest Gump,
oh,
uh,
okay.
maybe Pulp Fiction. Maybe could be drama.
What about you
Uh,
ever seen Donnie Brasco?
no, I've never seen that one. I've never seen that one.
Okay.
I've heard it's pretty good. I hear people talk about it a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of sayings in that scene. I mean, a lot of quotes.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick one. Pick
Okay.
anything, any, meeny, mighty, mo. Um, Something I never seen.
The
Let's see.
anticipation is killing me.
Right, it's killing me too because I'm looking at all these things because I seen.
It's hard to
Shoot,
choose. Now you know how I felt last week when he threw it on me spur of the moment.
yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even throw it on you like that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I liked it though because I instantly just go with the best. Like I don't overthink it.
Right, you seen Double Jeopardy?
Double. Oh yeah, Jean Claude Van Damme.
No, with
No, is that Jean Claude Van Damme?
nah. What is this guy name? Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh yeah. I've seen that movie. And Ashley Judd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the movie on DVD.
Oh, never mind. Since I can't, I don't want you to watch that. Uh, can I get back to you?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't mind. It was your idea to mention it.
Right,
It was your
right.
idea
I
to
got it.
mention it
I
on the
know.
podcast.
I know, but I didn't think you was gonna have yours that quick. So you caught
Oh
me
man,
off guard.
I
So,
can always come up with movies very quick. Double Team. That was a movie I was thinking of with Jean Claude Van
oh,
Damme.
John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember had Dennis Rodman in it also.
Oh, now I want to see nothing with Dennis Rodman in it.
What's wrong with Dennis Rodman? Was he don't like the worm?
No, no,
Dude, come on, man. He wasn't like your third favorite Chicago Bull player.
no,
He
no.
wasn't like your fourth favorite member of the NWO.
NWO. What is
Yeah,
that?
the NWO. You didn't watch WCW? You didn't watch wrestling?
No, because
Oh my God.
I watched WWF.
Oh. Well, WCW had the NWO, and Dennis Rodman was part of them, and he had a match against Karl Malone,
Really?
5-star match. Yeah, 5-star match.
Yeah, I never knew. I never knew. Yeah,
All right, so you'll pick the movie at a later date.
right. So are we gonna do this the day after Christmas?
If you want to, it's up to you.
Oh, I'll be here. I'm off. So
I mean, I'll be around. I got nothing to do.
okay. Let's. I text it to you by tomorrow.
That's perfect. So as of right now, though, I think we did a great job talking about Inception.
Yeah, we did. So I do wanna. If anybody has a recommendation for a New Year's when we bring in the New Year's thing like this, I don't know. I won't be in town, but what's the first one we should do at the New Year's? Maybe somebody can give us a recommendation like which I want to, and hopefully it's something that we both haven't seen and we can give you a good critique.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know any good New Year's movies.
Well, I'm talking about somebody in the comments, one of the viewers. Just put it
Yeah.
in the chat. Make a
I'm telling you,
comment.
though, you brought up a good one, though. Next week is Christmas. If we do one the day after Christmas, we could always do Die Hard, the best Christmas movie ever made.
No, it's not.
I
No,
mean,
it's
yeah,
not. All I'm thinking about Danny Glover sitting on the toilet. Oh my God, that was the
all right, fine.
worst.
All right, fine. What about another great Christmas movie, First Blood, Sylvester Stallone?
1980?
Takes place at Christmas time.
Really?
Yeah,
We
he
might
comes home for Christmas.
we might as well do the Macaulay Culkin thing.
Oh, Home Alone.
Yeah, or what's that? Shoot yourself in the eye.
Oh, the Christmas
you shoot your
Story.
eye out.
Yeah,
Might as well do that. I'm not. I don't really like Christmas movies.
I mean, the ones we just named are about the only ones I like.
Yeah, I don't like
I mean, after that, I'm not a big fan of Christmas movies. I think they're all,
Bad
I
Santa.
don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
all
mean
kind of weird.
they are.
Yeah.
Bad Santa has yeah. I
Yeah,
don't like
Bad Santa was just like, I don't know, it was weird. It was like this could be a better movie if they got rid of the Christmas aspect of it.
it. You just don't like Christmas. I don't know what's wrong with you. Justin.
No, I love Christmas time. The movies to me are just over. It's like they rely too much on the holiday. The holiday is the part of the movie.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm like, that should not be a day should like it should not be the main theme of the movie. Like, Independence Day with Will Smith. They only mention Independence Day like one time at the end when the president gives a speech.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I do
1990s
a
Will
Christmas
Smith.
drama. I do a Christmas drama, and we can roast it.
Perfect. I love it. I'm ready for us to pick a movie I hate just so I can talk about it. Like,
Okay.
trust me, I've been waiting for you to pick one because I don't want to pick a bad one and be the guy. But I've been waiting for you to pick a bad one.
I think somebody told me to well one of the so I had some constructive criticism, well not criticism, but some feedback. And they
Nice.
said we should do The Notebook. I was like, wow.
I mean, if we do The Notebook, is that not a drama? That's a drama.
Yeah, really? Let's do The
I don't
Notebook
know.
then. I think it's drama is probably a bunch of feelings in that. So
The Notebook is a romance/comedy. But if we did that, I would trash on it so hard. Because I think that movie is way overblown. And I think ladies love it for some reason. And I don't get it. I don't understand.
well, how about we do The Notebook? I'm sorry, I don't want to change your
That's fine. That's fine. I don't. Yeah, dude. I'm down with whatever.
Okay, let's do
You
The
told me
Notebook.
to
I'm
pick out
sorry.
you told me to pick a genre, so I did. But
I'm
I'm
sorry.
fine with anything else.
I apologize, but the Notebook. We're gonna. I never seen it.
I saw it once, hated it, haven't watched it again.
Yes, Yeah, we gonna. Yeah.
It does
The
have Ryan
Notebook.
Gosling in it though, so it'll be the second movie we've done with Ryan Gosling. So,
We just pick the same folks.
well, I mean, he played. He was one of the best players on the Remember the Titans.
Yeah, he was. He was
Yeah.
young on Remember Titans too. So
Yeah, he was like 19 in real life at that one point. Yeah.
okay.
All right, perfect. Then we got it settled. We're gonna do The Notebook next week, the day after Christmas.
The day after Christmas. Merry Christmas to this.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Whoever asked for it, you're getting
it. Yeah. Hopefully they enjoy it.
it.
So for Justin and for James/Kaiser, we'll check you later.
Right. Don't forget. We need a nickname for Justin.
Yes, we do. Goodbye.
All right.